And tonight there's also a startling assessment of what buyers can expect in this real estate market. And it's not encouraging. It follows last week's controversy around Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre when he called a small house for sale in this area a shack. Al Sweeney has the latest on that story.
This house in Niagara Falls landed in the middle of the news and social media last week when the federal Conservative leader chose it as an example of the problems in the real estate market.
It cost $550,000 Canadian for a tiny little shack.
The woman who lives there defended her house.
He called it a shack. A shack. That was a little embarrassing also, because it's not.
Without a doubt, we're in an affordability crisis.
Niagara Falls MPP Wayne Gates says a would-be prime minister should be more careful about what he says.
If you want to be the leader of this country, you have to be a lot smarter, and you shouldn't be running down Canadians.
There was a huge reaction to our initial story about the Conservative leader's shack comment. Our initial report had 1 million hits on Twitter within 2 days. And there are hundreds of comments online, many saying Poilievre made a good point. The housing market is in a mess. People in Niagara Falls agreed today that shack was the wrong word, but the market is the problem.
Just wanted to make a point how bad our living conditions were.
Well, right now in Niagara Falls and Niagara area, the housing market is disgusting.
After his comment, Poilievre phoned Asha Letourneau to apologize, and he issued a statement saying, "My point was that every waitress, welder, barber, and factory worker should be able to afford a home, which is not the case in Canada today. And housing costs have doubled under Prime Minister Trudeau. In fact, this real estate price boom started long before Trudeau became Prime Minister in 2015.
The market obviously has been hot for the better part of the last 20 years. Prices have been going up almost every year. It seems that prices are increasing at, we're seeing bigger and bigger increases.
Hamilton realtor Michael St. Jean says there aren't enough homes to meet the demand. And despite COVID, high interest rates, and anything else that came along, the dream of home ownership has been disappearing for many people.
Everything has been thrown at the real estate market in the province of Ontario, and nothing has been able to knock it off course. If we don't do something soon, we are actually going to wipe generations out of affording a home.
He says he wouldn't call that Niagara Falls home a shack. In fact, he says it may be a good deal. Al Sweeney, CACH News, Niagara Falls.